So here I am. I've won real or fake more than anybody, and I gotta come up with a
devastatingly
difficult punishment. How about we make everybody look completely homeless for
6
months? The full Jumanji!
Out of all the punishments we've done, I mean, I gotta say this was probably the worst.
So here we are. Let's start this competition. All of us. Nobody's allowed to touch your face with a blade. No touchy. Eyebrows, beard, nose hairs, hair, ear hair, anything. Can't touch it until the end of the competition. And if you don't lose, then you get to cut and rub it in the face of the loser, who now has to go to New Year's. 6 months. No touchy.
I mean, think about it. 6 months without shaving from here to here.
So the competition's going. All of our beards are starting to get a little scraggly. We look kind of rugged, but we still look cool. We still look tough. Our unibrows are filling in. Everything's starting to go. We're looking a little bit more disheveled. And then it hits. We have a winner. And we have a loser. And God, mother effing jeez, fart balls, I lost.
I know of everything we've ever done, my wife would have been more upset with me losing this punishment than any other punishment. And I was close to losing. It was between Moon and I, neck and neck, just up until the end. And by the glory of God, Moon lost.
And then you really start to get into the psychology of it. And when you don't have control over how you look, how you're presented to the world, to strangers, to thousands of people a night when you're on a stage playing rock and roll and you're playing a certain style but looking a completely other style, when all of a sudden your hats don't fit because your hair's so big.
I will say he was a trooper. That was a tough punishment. And I could see every day he would get a little more depressed as the days went on, as the beard grew out, as the nose hair grew out. And he had ear hair that was in place. I didn't know hair grew.
These making fun of me about how there's hair here, not inside the ear, but on the rim of my ear. Silver hairs, curly hairs. It started to dread right here, right on this little spot, this corner. I had a small dread.
So you got the full Jumanji punishment, and then you throw on the Spider-Man punishment on top of that one? Oh my God.
So now I have to wear a suit everywhere I go. Everywhere in the studio, outside of the studio. I look like a Mumford & Son from here to here, and a 7-year-old from here to my toes. That's right, to my toes. I had to get a beard extension mask just so it would go over the beard.
Some of our loyal Rizz Show weirdos went along with Moon and served out the full Jumanji punishment with him.
We had a whole bunch of listeners, weirdos, diehard Rizz Show fans that joined me in the punishment and grew out themselves. Lots of guys, like probably a half dozen, stuck with it all the way through, and we even had one of them on stage with me get shaved by the shop barber and bar. I gotta be honest, and I know it's gonna sound a little cheesy and emotional, but having those guys do that punishment with me made it so much easier and so worth it that I can't thank those guys enough.
As I was in Israel and the clock struck midnight St. Louis time, to be honest with you, I wasn't even thinking about it. But I did see a picture on social media of him clean shaven and go, wow, that's what Moon looks like? I forgot.
Seriously, you guys made this so much fun and so worth it, and I can't thank you enough. Let's do it again.
It's a solid no for me.